The writing all over your walls. You are mine. Ah, my walls. Ruined. I'll never get the security deposit back. Oh, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Espoir David, and today I'm going to play a game called Love Me Dearly, where somebody just wants to love and cherish us forever and ever and ever. Trigger warning: vomit, mention of blood, and sexual harassment. Some players may find the following game disturbing. Players' discretion and viewers' discretion is advised. Oh dear. I have a feeling this story won't be very sweet. First and foremost, we must thank you for meeting our demands. You're welcome. Your remittance will help us greatly to make this experience as effective and enjoyable for you as possible. To now finalize your transaction, please set a password. Oh, that's a new one. Husbandos? Thank you very much. Please make sure that you won't forget it. I will never forget my husbandos. Now that we have the administration behind us, let us move on to the more pleasant part of this adventure. Let me set the scene for you. Thank you, disembodied voice. You moved into this rather small town a few months ago, looking for a break from your life back home. For some reason, the idea of existing in a new place as a new person had enticed you, even if it would only be for a short time. So you took a job as a receptionist in a hotel, but are currently appreciating your days off. Unfortunately, the friend you made during your stay has left the city to meet their relatives, leaving you alone with your spare time. But you wouldn't stay alone for long. Summer in Mayside Park feels more like a warm autumn day than mid of July, but it's nice nonetheless. You walk along the sidewalk, observing the pigeons doing their funny little dance, trying to pick up breadcrumbs. But instead of actually eating them, they just throw them into the air, then looking seemingly shocked that their bellies still remain empty. Aww. You're on your way home. Minutes ago you were still sitting in a small cafe having breakfast. Oh, that sounds lovely. Usually you weren't the type to have breakfast anywhere else than the privacy of your own home. Yeah. But you've learned to make an exception, since your friend is practically obsessed with this place, and you can't deny that it starts to grow on you as well. Your stomach is full with... You don't even know anymore. With French toast. I would say omelette, but I really like French toast. You are so very happy. Since your gaze is glued to the can that you have been kicking around for a while now, you don't notice the man walking right towards you. And apparently he doesn't notice you either. Well, bam! Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? You look up and peer into a good-looking face, staring right back at you with concern written all over it. Oh, I'm sorry too. I didn't look in front of me. Me neither. I guess we're both hands stare in the air. What? His eyes only now seem to really see you, since they light up as if he realizes something. He opens his mouth, but closes it again, right after, and lowers his gaze. Maybe it was the light playing tricks on, or the soft warmth of the sun, but you could swear that his face is slowly turning into a more pinkish shade. Well, I'm glad that you're okay. Yeah. There is this awkward silence between you two, but he doesn't seem to think about moving on. You want to say anything else? No, sorry. Then have a good day. Yeah. Bye. You give him a little polite smile and pass him, but before you can even take 4 steps, you hear him calling out again. Espoir, wait. You dropped your keys. Oh, snap. As your hands quickly pat down your body, you realize that he is right. You turn around and get greeted by your keys dangling in front of your face. You sigh in relief, thinking of how hard your day could have been if you had lost them. He drops them into your palm, with a bright smile on his lips. Thank you so much. Thank God, you are a lifesaver. I would grovel, because I usually lose stuff. No problem. Well then, have a nice day. Oh, what could possibly go wrong with this handsome young man? With those words, he waves you goodbye, and with one last nod towards his direction, you continue your walk. But as your feet carry you further and further, your heart sinks. How does he know your name? Yeah, I was thinking that too. I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm glad you noticed. Maybe you had a keychain that had your name on it or something? The door closes behind you in a loud bang, and you rest your head against its cold exterior. Could you have misheard him? Yes, that's it. You must have. You decide to not think further about this occurrence. You have a tendency to overthink. So it's best if to kill these thoughts before they start to sprout in your mind. You're not the type to waste too many thoughts about something. Your ears probably deceived you. After all, you've been exhausted ever since you left work. After a quick dinner, you sit down at the TV. You choose to watch a comedy movie. Get that horror out of here. We're watching comedies.
You can't be serious. I didn't do it. Mavi. Okay, maybe I was partially involved. Mavi. Okay. I did it. All right? Happy? No. I couldn't be further from being happy. You kidnapped Mr. Whiskers. I couldn't help myself. He looked right into my soul with his big beady eyes. I felt so sorry for him. That still doesn't give you the right to abduct someone's grandpa from the porch. Oh, okay. I thought they were talking about a cat, but then again I realized this was a comedy. You stole my grandfather? Well, he is my grandpa now. What? No, that's not how that works. I'm gonna bring him back.
Don't you dare. I'm tired of this gosh darn corn pudding. Finally, I get to eat solid food again. You can't take this away from me.
All right, but if someone asks, we have never met each other.
Who are you?
Wow, he's good.
No, really, I have dementia. Who are you?
Mr. Whiskers, no. When the movie finally came to an end, you are rather relieved, since you can barely keep your eyes open.
Better not be no shenanigans in my house.
With one last big yawn, you make your way into your bedroom. Your night is rather restless. You wake up several times, seemingly without any reason, and each time you do, you feel uncomfortable. The next morning, you get awakened by cold air brushing over your body. You look around, trying to find out where the sudden wind is coming from. That's when you notice that your bedroom window is wide open. Weird. You don't remember opening it last night. As you go to close it, you peek out, but nothing is out of place. You feel
anxious. Better not be one of my many yandere husbands.
You are sure that you didn't touch the window last night. So how is it open now? You force yourself to stop your mind right there, or else you will only tumble down a spiral of paranoia. You choose to get dressed and leave the house for a bit to get some fresh air. As you walk out the door, you almost step onto a flower bouquet that must have been carefully placed there. Oh, but also, You lift it up, confused, and look around, but there's no one near who could have put it here. First the window, and now this bouquet. Goosebumps crawl up your back, and the hair on your arms stand up as you recall the encounter of yesterday. Could it really be him doing all this? You ponder for a while, feeling your body stiffen, then suddenly the door from the house next to you opens. Mrs. Lovebottom, the sweet elderly lady, steps outside that lives right next to you, carrying a trash bag.
Good morning, sweetie. Oh, I see you found my bouquet.
This is from you?
Yes. It's a little thank you for taking care of my cats last weekend.
Thank you so much. They're lovely.
I'm glad that you like them. Well then, I have to go back inside. My sweeties are waiting for me. Take care, love.
You too, Mrs. Lovebottom. You roll your eyes at your own sickening paranoia.
I don't know, you better hold on to that It's paranoia.
Of course they were from Miss Lovebottom. Lovebottom. She always gives you flowers as a sign of her gratitude.
Aw, I want some flowers.
How could you have forgotten that?
I don't know, things seem awful suspicious anyway.
Annoyed by your own delusions, you march back into your home to put the bouquet into a vase. The air outside is warmer than yesterday.
I don't like the heat. The heat is starting to get to you.
You don't feel like going to the cafe today. Instead, you think about going to the local supermarket and grab some snacks. Maybe you even find a spot in the park where you could sit down and enjoy the quietness of the morning. The supermarket is as empty as you expected. You walk through the aisles trying to decide what speaks to you the most. You settle with,
"There's an awful lot of choices in this. Let's see, we gonna have some pastries. I hope I don't have to remember any of this. And, let's see, ooh, hot chocolate, yes."
As the cashier drags your errands over the scanner, you notice someone standing at the window, seemingly staring directly at you. You can't make out their face because of how low they had pulled their hood. You feel your chest tighten. Would that be everything? Yes. But when you look back, they're gone. You quickly grab your things and hurry out. Maybe going to the park is a bad idea after all. You still seem to be on edge. You decide that perhaps it would be for the best if you just go home. As you head back to your place, you couldn't help but feel like someone is following you. Although you never see someone when you turn around, you still feel a presence only a few steps behind you. It makes you pick up speed and hold your keys between your fingers to, on one hand, be able to open the door as soon as you reach it, and on the other, defend yourself if it comes down to it. Thank goodness it doesn't, and you arrive safely into the living room. But that feeling of safety doesn't last long. The moment you turn on the light in the house, you see it.
Oh no! My walls are ruined!
The writing all over your walls. You are mine.
My walls. Ruined. I'll never get the security deposit back.
Soon we will be together. You shouldn't have closed the window. You are frozen in fear. Your whole body trembles as you read the words over and over again. Your lungs start to burn, and only now you notice that you've been holding your breath ever since the light turned on. Finally, you're able to make a step back, and another, and another. Then you're running out of the door. Your heartbeats has become so loud that your chest feels like it's about to burst open, but you don't stop. You keep running, even when your legs start to get weak. You aren't looking where you're going, you only want to get away.
Well, bam!
You crash into someone and fall onto the ground. Sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you. I thought you saw me. That voice. As you lift your gaze, you look into the same eyes as you did yesterday. A chill runs down your spine as you recall the events from the day before.
Oh, it's you.
You! The man doesn't seem to be bothered by your fearful expression. Instead, he just keeps on smiling. I'm so glad I found you. My name is Takuma, by the way. Find me? Why? You don't dare to move a muscle. Desperately, you look around, but there are no people to be seen. You're all alone.
Oh no.
You could run, but he looks like he could easily catch up on you, and who knows what he'll do if he does. Yeah. Well, that's because... He averts his gaze and is instead now staring at his feet, which are shifting back and forth. Once again, you can see a soft blush crawling up his face. Though this time, it isn't cute, it's terrifying. I know that this probably comes out of nowhere, but... Suddenly, he grabs your hands and pulls them close to his chest, his eyes now piercing, seemingly right into you. Would you go out with me? This must be a bad dream. You're probably still sleeping, right? There's no way that this is actually happening. Your breathing becomes heavy as the sensation of someone choking you starts to tingle in your throat. What are you supposed to do? What will you do?
What can I do? Play along until you can run away. Ha ha, sure, friend, sure. Ha.
Never before did a smile cost you so much strength and self-control, but you have to do it. You have to fool him.
Sure, I would love to.
You push these words over your lips, and they immediately leave a bitter taste in your mouth. Trying the best to keep your composure, you get on your feet, burying your fingernails into the palms. The grin he gives you and the blush spreading on his face might even be cute in any other situation, but now it just makes your stomach turn. Really? Oh my God. I'm sorry, but I'm really happy right now. You notice his hands slightly shaking as he fidgets with his shirt, desperately trying to find the right words. Just give me a second. He places his hand on his chest and starts to breathe in a controlled manner. You have to distract him somehow.
Ask him to look for a movie. Ha ha.
Oh, yeah. Of course. He pulls out his phone.
I enjoy every genre, except horror.
But if you like it, I don't mind seeing one with you. This is your chance. Without hesitating for even a second, you start running into the direction of where you came from. You can hear that he's shouting something, but you can't make out what he's saying, since all you can hear is your heart beating in your ears.
I just forgot something. I just have to run very, very far away from you.
Your lungs burn and your legs are getting weaker. You have no idea how long you've been running, but none of these things make you stop. The cafe you have been in a day before is now right in front of you once more. You decide to hurry inside. The woman behind the counter throws you a weird look, but you don't care. Instead, you take a seat in the back, as far away from the entrance as possible. In the end, you did have to order something so you could stay, but your beverage doesn't rest easy in your stomach. Time passes, and the establishment slowly starts to close, and you're asked to leave.
Oh no.
As you step outside, you notice that it's already become night, which only increases your anxiety. You look around. There are a lot of people still walking around, so it is probably for the best that you go home now. With one last deep breath, you make your way back home. Every person walking past you sends shivers down your spine, and you turn around every time you hear something that even slightly resembles a footstep or a voice appearing behind you. But nothing happened. The guy from before is nowhere to be seen. Now only a few meters separate you from your house, and you feel the tension leave your body.
I don't know.
As you turn around the next corner, you see a police car parking at the end of the road, which makes you feel even safer. You approach the policeman and prepare yourself to squeeze between the wall and the car, but before you can, a hand stops you.
Sorry, no one can pass here. There's been an accident a little further down the road.
His expression is serious, and he barely grants you a glance. You nod and take the exit to your left. Thank God you have taken this route before, so you know that it isn't a big detour. You just have to go around 2 more corners, and you arrive right at your house. You hear the policeman talking to his walkie-talkie in the background as you keep walking. The thought of being alone at home right now does scare you. You close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Maybe you could call someone and ask if they can keep you company throughout the night, or you could barricade yourself in your room. Suddenly, a horrendous metallic smell hits your nose and stops you in your tracks. You open your eyes to see where the scent is coming from. But now you wish you hadn't. In front of you, on the cold floor of this secluded alley, is a body.
Isn't this where the police was telling me not to go? Why isn't he blocking this place?
You want to scream, but your voice has vanished. All you could do is stare at the body.
Did pink-haired guy go off in a rage and just kill random person?
Then it hits you. The face. The pale, lifeless face, which had carried a...
Oh no!
The pale, lifeless face which had carried a bright grin just hours before. It's the guy.
He did.
But why? Is he...
Who could have done this? It was the police officer, I knew it. Or it was the narrator from the start.
Your chest starts to feel weird. It's hurting, but in an unfamiliar way. It's comparable to a hungry stomach yearning for food. But your chest isn't lusting for food. For some unknown reason, it's desiring that small box that is laying centimeters away from the dead corpse. The hunger grows bigger and bigger until you bend forward and grab it. It's locked, and the lock requires some kind of code. Why did you take it? You should go back to the policeman, or at least call for help. But now you are holding on to evidence. You would be a #1 suspect if anyone finds you now. This exact thought is what makes you move again, but not into the direction in which you came from. With the box in your hand, you run back home. The writing is still on your wall, of course it is. You go around the house, checking every window and every door before you head into your bedroom. There, you not only lock the door, but push your desk in front of it as well. You glance out the window one last time before securing it with both a key and a rope. The box is being slid on top of your closet, and only then you throw yourself onto your bed. Ah! The next morning, you get awakened by your phone ringing. Before you answer, you check both your door and your window, but nothing has changed. Everything is still locked. You feel slightly relieved and respond to the call. Yes? Good morning. Am I speaking to Espoir? Yes? Who is this? This is Officer Castellanos. This is Officer Castellanos. Speaking. Your name came up during an investigation. We'd like to talk to you. Is it possible for you to come to the police station today? Oh, lordy. Your chest gets heavy as the images from last night flash before your eyes. The dead body and the box. You know, that's why he called you. What's this about? I'm sorry, but I cannot share any further information over the phone. At what time can we expect you to arrive? Just assuming I'm going to arrive, sir. Let's go now and get this over with. See what's going on here. I'll be there in like 30 minutes. Great, see you soon. As soon as you hang up, the anxiety raises. You try to move, but your body doesn't budge. You feel your fingertips going numb as your limbs slowly start to turn cold. Thousands of thoughts run through your head, and with each one, the lump in your throat grows bigger until it feels like it's suffocating you. You need to regain your composure. Now, calm down. You didn't kill him. The truth will come out. You take a few deep and controlled breaths. Finally, you can feel your arms and legs again. Then, all of the thoughts of your head become quieter as well. You have to get ready. The more time you waste, the more suspicious he might become. You choose to wear something casual. Makes you look average. Right after you got dressed, you leave the house, avoiding to look at the writing on the walls. During your trip, the adrenaline and nervousness reappeared, leaving you all jumpy and agitated. You shake each limb and your head to release at least some of the tension as the police station is staring at you. As you enter, you notice that it's a pretty small place. There's barely anyone in here except the secretary who is eyeing you in anticipation. Fortunately, you never had to come here before. The place is rather secluded for a police station. You had to travel for quite a while, longer than you had expected. Hopefully, the police officer hadn't become too suspicious of you yet. Better not waste another second. Hello? Sir? Hello, how may I help you? Officer Castellanos wanted to see me? Oh, you must be Espoir. Yep, that's me. Totally innocent. I didn't murder anybody. Did I say that out loud? He leans forward and takes a closer look at your face, as if he's looking for something specific. I did not murder him. Then he stands up and signals you to follow him. The both of you make your way through a hallway that has been hidden behind the closed door next to the front desk. Left and right of you were doors with name tags on them, but you walk too fast to be able to read them, and you really don't think that the secretary would appreciate it if you just suddenly stopped. At the end, he turns to you. Wait here. Officer Castellanos will pick you up shortly.
That secretary was getting an awful lot of screen time. And he was kind of cute.
And with those words, he walks back where you came from. Your gaze wanders around the room. You notice a few paintings and a chair propped against the wall. One of the paintings catches your attention, but before you can inspect it closer, the door opens.
Officer?
Hello, I'm glad you could arrive so soon. Although his words hint at least some enthusiasm, the voice that carries them is serious and low. The man is tall, way taller than you, and he looks rather rough. He gives you a scruffy old man that adopts a lonely girl during a crisis vibes. You thought,
I think he looks rather handsome.
Come in. Take a seat.
Hi, I did not murder nobody. That's a weird thing to lead with.
He holds the door open for you as you walk into his office. Compared to the main entrance, this room is rather big. You do as he says and sit down at the desk he had been pointing at. He does the same on the opposite side. You can smell the ashtray before you even see it. It's filled to the brim with cigarette butts and ashes. Paper is scattered everywhere on the tabletop, some hanging on for dear life on the edges. All in all, this workplace is a mess. Now, like I said on the phone, we received a hint that you might be involved in our recent murder case. To what extent is still unclear, but hopefully you can tell us more. Where were you last night around 9 p.m.?
I was walking home, and by that I mean I was running home. Actually, wasn't I in a cafe or something?
Where were you before?
I was at a cafe. You might know it. It's called Tory and Biscuits.
Oh, I know it. Lovely establishment. And where do you live?
Milshin ZP 6392?
You said you walked home. Can you give me an exact description of your pathing?
Give him a false description. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? I don't need to do that.
You never went into the Guinness Street.
No, sir.
Lying makes you just more suspicious.
What? I didn't lie.
I know that you went into the Guinness Street because I sent you there.
What?
I never forget a face. The person yesterday who wanted to go down the Boiler Street was you. I told you that you had to take a different path because it was blocked due to an accident. You went into the Guinness Street. Your heart drops.
Oh, okay.
It had been so dark yesterday, and you were so full of adrenaline, you didn't see the officer's face. That was him. He knows. He saw you.
Oh, no.
You lied to him. Unconsciously, you bury your finger deep into the fabric of your clothes, clenching your jaws so tightly that they feel like they're about to break. Listen, I don't think you did it.
He was dead when I got there. He was literally dead when I got there.
You look surprised. I've been doing this job for years now, and I know how people tick. Like I said, I saw you yesterday, and you didn't really have, "I'm gonna kill someone tonight," written on your forehead. He leans back in his chair with his arms behind his head. But my knowledge of human nature isn't enough to convince court, you know. I saw him walk into the alley, and then you, and only you, came back out. The same as being testified by a second person.
A second person?
And, to top it all off, you both were having some sort of argument or something hours before we found his body.
What?
It's not looking too good. But not too good doesn't mean bad. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Start again, but this time, the truth, all right?
Tell him the whole story. There's a creepy guy, and he wrote on my walls, and then he was dead. I think.
That wasn't so hard now, was it? He pulls his keyboard towards him and starts typing. Nervously, you stare at your hands. You didn't tell him about the box, and you don't know why. Surely, this secret will break your neck at some point, but even so, you still keep your mouth shut. He takes your fingerprints and asks you a few more questions, which you answer truthfully. Most of the time. In the end, he thanks you for your time and tells you that they'll be in contact. He then sends you back home.
Who is the second person? Who is trying to frame me for murder?
On your way back, you pass the alley where you found him.
So cute pink-haired guy is gone? Jeez. Aw.
The man who has been stalking you and whose murder you're now being accused of. You stop and stare at yellow police tape shimmering in the sun. Your stomach turns as the image of his corpse reappears in your mind. You hurry quickly to the next bin and vomit. The adrenaline rush probably kept you from truly registering that there had been a real dead body in front of you. But now, a day later, you get sick from even just imagining the smell of iron and typical alley garbage.
Oh, not the alleyway garbage. Oh.
As you lift your head from the bin, you notice something in the corner of your eye. An envelope? You pick it up. Takuma Kiyoi. Kyo. Takuma Kyo. At first, you want to dismiss your find, but then, as you glance at the name one more time, you remember. I'm so glad that I found you. My name is Takuma, by the way.
Oh.
It was his.
Great. Now they'll even have evidence with your fingerprints on them. One more piece of the crime scene at your place wouldn't make a difference now, either. And it's not like you could just put it back.
If the police find it, it'll only make you look even more guilty. Since it's too late now anyway, you decide to inspect it closer. It's empty. Someone had already opened it. He probably wanted to throw this into the trash. With this conclusion, you shove the envelope into your pocket and pray to God that this time no one had seen you.
Who's the second person? Who saw me?
At home, you try to wash all the writing from your wall. This case has one good side. You were a lot less scared to be at home. Although one could argue that you should be a little worried that there's a killer on the loose. Then again, he killed a crazy stalker, so technically he did a good deed. Maybe one of his past victims wanted to take revenge on him or something. You didn't mention that this man was the one who stalked you. The last thing you need is a motive.
Oh yeah, that would be a motive. Yeah.
You told Officer Castanelos that he had just asked you for directions, and then the other day asked you out of the blue. When you're finally done, you go to bed. But before you slide under your covers, you grab the envelope and examine one more time. There's an address on it, presumably Takuma's. If you're right, and this was a revenge kill from a previous victim, then there might be evidence of that in his house. But that is only a wild assumption, nothing to take seriously. Plus, the place is probably filled with policemen. A quick look. You're just going to give it a quick look. Nobody could fault you for just taking a walk, right? With your own words of reassurance and the envelope in your hand, you get back onto your feet and head to the front door. Never in your life have you been so careful walking around. You stop at every corner, making sure there's no police around before you turn, and you listen to every little crack. You feel
excited. I got the Mission Impossible song stuck in my head. Or singing it out loud.
The adrenaline rush has gotten you once more. You feel like you're in a movie or a video game. Thank God the address isn't that far. You reach your destination in 10 minutes. It is, compared to the last few houses you had seen, a small bungalow at the end of the road. You can already see from afar the yellow color of the police tape on the door, but inside it's dark and there's no police car to be seen. You bite your lips as you look around once more. There really is no one near. It's like the universe wants you to go inside.
Well, universe, you're making me walk into a trap.
You take a step closer into the direction of the house. Your heart is pounding in your chest, and you hear a ringing in your ears. Then, without even really realizing it, you start to run towards the house. You stop at the door and turn around. But there is still no one. Although you want to blame destiny for making way for your misdeed, there has been a reason why you had put your gloves into your pocket as you left. Oh yeah. You pull them quickly over your hands, and then hesitantly you push down the door handle. It's open. The house inside, just as dark as it seemed from the outside. Every curtain has been shut, so not even the light of a streetlight can enter. You pull out your phone and turn on its flashlight. You'd better not jump scare me. You make your way down a small hallway and are greeted with 2 different doors along your way. You can see a room that seems to be a living room at the end of the hallway. First door? You push open the first door. It's a normal bathroom. Cabinet? You open the cabinet. You carefully push aside the towels and shampoo bottles in order to avoid creating a mess. In the end, though, you find nothing special. Look in the mirror? The way it reflects your face catches your attention. It is kind of distorted. As you take a closer look at the mirror, you notice that it isn't laying flat along the side of the wall. Your hands wander down the frame on each side, trying to find out what is lifting it. Then, your fingertips feel something a little sharp underneath the mirror. Delicately, you pull it out. It's a piece of paper. I don't know what's going on. Things are happening around me. Weird things. I know that I'll probably sound crazy, but I feel like something or someone is after me. I don't know what they want, but they're getting more and more aggressive as days pass by. I'm afraid for my life, and if you found this letter, I was right to do so. Uh-oh. Right now, I cannot prove it yet, but if I find anything, I'll hide it in my safe. Remember, there seems to be a piece missing. You put the piece of paper in your pocket. Second door? At the other side of the door is a cozy but messy office. Let's look at them all then. Look on the desk. You sigh as you stare at all the sheets of paper that are scattered all over the counter. You act less careful, since it isn't like it was all tidy when you got here. As you yawn loudly, wanting to give up the search, you notice an envelope. You pick it up and notice that it's still sealed shut. You turn it around and your heart stops for a short moment. In pink ink, your name is written on the paper. You hesitate for a second, thinking about how this is a bad idea. You should just get rid of it. The less you know about this guy's business with you, the better. In the end, you're trying to find out who killed him, not why he was obsessed with you. That might be important too. Then again, who knows if these 2 things aren't connected? Dear Espoir, it feels weird to write you a letter, although we haven't really talked before. I don't even know if I'll ever give you this. If you're saying this, it means that I finally had enough courage to approach you. Thank you for reading my letter in the first place. I know that it isn't a given. We are still strangers after all. I should probably start with explaining myself. I stayed at the hotel you work. I checked in a few weeks ago. Your colleague had served me because you were busy with another customer. I barely noticed you back then, to be honest. I wasn't in the best place, mentally, you know. That's why I left home for a while. I had to get out, get a new perspective, or so I thought. In the end, what happened was I barely left my hotel room. Instead of enjoying some time off work and going out, I just stared at the ceiling the whole day. Then, one day, I decided to have dinner at the buffet, and that's when I noticed you. You were talking to your coworker, and you guys were laughing about something. As I watched you two laugh, it was as if I could feel your joy inside me. I don't know what it was, but it was as if we were connected or something. I caught myself watching you from afar for minutes. Then we made eye contact. I looked away because I realized that I was being a total creep, but when I looked back, I caught you still staring at me, and then you smiled. I still don't understand why you did that, or if it did mean something or not, but after that day I grabbed dinner every day. I found myself glimpsing over to you all the time. I started to wake up early in the morning so that I could have breakfast as well. I slept at a regular schedule again, which made me feel more energetic and motivated. And because the hours between breakfast and dinner seemed so unbearably long, I went outside. I became more active. I enjoyed my life again. And I wanted to say thank you. I know that you didn't actively help me, but it felt wrong to not show my gratitude. I don't know what it is, but this unspoken connection I feel between us saved me. I apologize if you don't feel this way, and I'm making you uncomfortable. Don't worry, I have no intention of approaching you. If you, for whatever reason, would want to contact me, you're more than welcome to do so. You have my contacts saved in your computer. With the best wishes, Takuma Kyo. Although the letter does have a slightly creepy vibe, it doesn't sound like something a deranged stalker would write. Then again, you don't remember ever seeing him before, let alone sharing a moment with him. Maybe he was pretending to be nice so that you wouldn't suspect anything. Maybe he became crazy after some time passed. No matter what it is, he is definitely a little delusional. You put the letter in your pocket. This is the type of evidence the police better not see. What's up on the shelf? The shelf is stacked with all sorts of books, varying from books about insects to old classics. You open the cabinet door and find a safe. Oh. 4-digit code? This just turned into a point-and-click game. I don't know it. Explore the room at the end of the hallway. On the left side of the room seems to be the living room, where the kitchen is on the right side. Living room? There isn't much furniture here, except another bookshelf, a TV, and a couch. In the right corner you see another door. You find nothing hiding beneath the pillows, but you know deep down that there is a place between heaven and heck that swallows everything that got even close to its orbits, the cracks of the couch. In this moment, you are more than happy that you are wearing gloves. You dig deep, and you feel things that you can't identify, which you are kind of glad about. You work your way forward with a disgusted look on your face until you have something that seems to be paper between your fingers. It's a piece of paper. The top part of it is missing, though. There is this story that is being told among the stars, a story about two lovers that lived on the planet Mars. They were content and grateful for their life was so peaceful, but soon they shall learn that there was the third watching them from Saturn. Deep in him grew and sprouted a twisted obsession. All he wanted now was to make her his possession. Oh noes! Something better not jump scare me while I'm reading this. His hunger devoured and raged like a typhoon until one day he took what was his and carried it to Neptune. The lost lover tried with a brave heart to save his dear, but his efforts were in vain and his defeat was near. After 7 eternities of torture, the third finally ends the lover's misery and sends him away into the burning flames of Mercury. All that was left was a broken soul and a poisonous love, but their story will only be known to the stars up above. Cool. You put the piece of paper in your pocket. What's the other door? You found a bedroom behind the door. Clothes are scattered all over the place, and every content that used to be on top or inside furniture is now on the floor. It looks like someone has been looking for something. Since the rest of the house seems to be in normal condition, it's most likely that Takuma himself had tried to find something. The nightstand? You open the drawer. Inside you find another letter. I think I'm going crazy. Things keep disappearing and appearing. Things that don't belong to me. Yesterday, when I got home, I found a bucket of red paint hidden behind the washing machine. I never bought a bucket of red paint, I'm sure of it. I really hoped that a nice vacation in the hotel would maybe help me, but no. Ever since I got back, things have been even crazier than before. This time, I know that it isn't just my imagination. I went to the police. They didn't seem to believe, but they did say that they'll look into it. They probably just think I'm insane. But I know someone is watching me. I know it. This is getting weirder and weirder. You think to yourself, yeah, that he maybe was actually being followed. You put the paper into your pocket. Let's see... Closet? You open the closet door, and as you suspected, it is empty.
Okay. The kitchen is quite nice and looked clean. Next to the fridge, there is another door leading to the next room. Look at the cabinets. Inside the cabinets, you find nothing but food and kitchen utensils. You are about to close them back up again when you notice something in the corner of your eye. One can is open. You pull the lid off and take a look at its contents. They're photos of you. Photos of you and your friend in the cafe, of you at home, of you at work, and many others. You start to feel sick. How long has he been watching you? You put the photos into your pocket. What door is it? You walk into the laundry room. It's pretty narrow, with the washing machine that is propped against the wall. Look at the washing machine. There seems nothing off about the laundry machine itself, but you notice a stain next to it. As you inspect it closer, you can make out that it is a red circle. One of the boxes, you notice another letter that is taped to the bottom of it. Oh boy. I saw her the other day, but she didn't seem to recognize me. I was so confused that I just played along, but I'm starting to get worried. I feel like whoever is following me is following her as well. I need to tell her that she's in danger. I need to talk to her alone. I'm going to ask her tomorrow. Hopefully I can fix this. Oh no. You get a weird feeling in your stomach. Oh boy, this is a full-blown mystery here. Alright, so there's this shelf. Hold on a second. We might be onto something here. Do I seriously not have my phone or any kind of piece of paper? Okay, so looking in the history, thank goodness there's a history, there's a lot of, there's definitely numbers in the story, so. I had to look it up in the description of the game. That's fine, that's fine. Inside are a bunch of letters. One says, I'm watching every move you do. Do something I don't like, and you'll see just how ugly things can get. Oh no. Leave the hotel and go back to where you came from. I'm here now. She doesn't need you anymore. What? I will not allow anything or anyone to define my plans. What? You will die knowing that she only thinks the worst of you. I'll make sure of it. Oh no. Another. I saw you. Stay away. If I see you approach her one more time, I'll make sure that you can never become hers. The last one reads, You tested your luck one too many times. I'll give you the choice. It's either you or her. I'm waiting for you in the Gooderman Street. You better hurry. I don't think she has a lot of time left. Hey! You put the letters into your pocket. Someone had been threatening Takuma for a while now. This is way more complicated than you had expected. Yeah, it is. This is way more complicated than I expected. I should grab a bowl of popcorn. So whoever was after him isn't some past stalker victim of his. Quite the contrary. Takuma is a victim as well. But how do these puzzle pieces fit together? Who is this person? And what about Takuma's letters you found? Then, suddenly you hear the front door being opened. Okay, so Takuma is not the crazy stalker, but there actually is an even crazier stalker. Oh no! You quickly turn off your flashlight and hide underneath the desk. You hear heavy footsteps making their way down the hallway. Somebody had probably seen your flashlight through the window and called the police. This is the worst. If they find you, you can kiss your freedom goodbye. Maybe they would be less harsh if you come out of hiding and try to explain why. What? Espoir? What? Your heart stops, and a cold sensation wraps around your body like a blanket. This doesn't sound like the police. You hold your hands in front of your mouth as your mind races. Your body starts shaking. You don't know what to do. You're frozen in fear. Then the footsteps stop. The silence is deafening. You don't move a single muscle, only your tears are making their way down your cheeks. Your lungs are hurting because of how long you've been holding your breath already, but you barely feel the pain. You almost think that they're gone when you hear the door to your room being pushed open.
Espoir, don't hide from me. You feel like throwing up. There's no way that he doesn't find you here, but what other options do you have? You have to think, quickly, and by that, I mean, save your game. Keep hiding. I probably didn't need to answer that fast, actually. Let me read the other things. Grab a bunch of books and throw it at him. Keep hiding. Try to make a run for it. Get up and try to get the lamp on the desk to use as a weapon. I'm gonna keep hiding. But before you can even act, you hear another pair of footsteps rushing down the hallway. Please, hands where I can see them. The man in your room doesn't waste a second. He throws the chair through the window, breaking it. Then, like a phantom, he jumps out. It is quiet for a second, and you're not sure what had happened, but then you hear a familiar voice calling out to you. Is anyone here?
Officer Castellanos.
Hello?
Officer Castellanos. I'm here.
After saying these words, you slowly get up, making sure to not do any sudden moves. As you do, you see Officer Castellanos standing in the doorway staring at you, partially relieved and partially angry. Are you hurt? You shake your head. Good. You are aware that you committed a crime tonight. Hey, I'm not the one who broke a window. You nod. You know what? I'm too tired for this. Go home.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Although you are scared to be alone at home after everything that has happened, you don't want to press the matter further, since you are clearly being let off the hook. Officer Castellanos is kind enough to drive you back home. Before you get out, he stops you. I'm going to stay out here for the night.
Thank you, sir.
Just to make sure that guy from before doesn't pay you a visit. So don't worry. A major weight has been lifted from your heart. You are unbelievably glad that he's going to watch over your house. Knowing that, you'll sleep comfortably tonight. You head inside after thanking him. As you enter your bedroom, you pull out all the letters you had collected. Since the cat was out of the bag now anyway, you should bring what you found to the police. You put everything on top of the closet, and after a quick peek inside, checking that Officer Castellanos is still out there, you lay down. Espoir.
Huh?
Espoir. That voice, it's so familiar. What? Is it Takuma's ghost? You have to listen to me.
Takuma?
Oh, yes, it's me. Where am I? You're dreaming. Don't worry. You're safe.
I'm dreaming?
But I've never dreamt ever since I came here. You're right. You shouldn't be dreaming in the first place. What's that supposed to mean? But this is, well, a special occasion. You need to listen to me. I don't have much time. But I have so many questions. I was at your house. I found the letters. Like I said, I don't have much time, but one question I think I can answer. Hurry, though. The letters in the safe, are they about me? Obviously. Who wrote you these threatening letters? Why were you stalking me? I think you were stalking me to protect me. And who killed you? That's the most important thing. Who done it? The person who has been following me, but you probably guessed as much. I don't have any further information about them. I'm sorry. Hold on a second, Takuma, because you failed to realize that I have a save button. And I can go through all these. In the letters in the safe, are they about me? Yes, they are. I know that most of these are very confusing to you, but everything will make sense. I promise. Who wrote you those threatening letters? I don't know who they are, nor what they look like. I only know that they're after you, and they aren't afraid to walk over dead bodies, as you probably have noticed. Why were you stalking me? You got it all wrong. The time we met in the city was a total coincidence. I was looking for you the other time, but only because I wanted to talk to you. One-on-one. But I guess I came across a little creepy. I'm really sorry. Who killed you? That's the question I'm getting the ending for. Now, you need to listen. I can already feel that I'm being pulled away from you. You're in great danger. The reason why this person was following and killed me is because I got too close to you.
They want you hear me? Ever since I saw you in the hotel, weird things started to happen. Wait, that's right. You don't remember ever meeting me before the time we bumped into each other. You nod. We did meet. We had a nice dinner together. Never mind. You contacted me after I gave you the envelope. The envelope? But I found it at your house, and it was still sealed shut. What? That's bad. Really bad. Uh-oh. You need to remember something, okay? It's very, very important. You got it. Wait, his favorite fruit? What? What is my favorite fruit? What? I know this sounds crazy, but you need to answer my question. You have to find the answer. It has to be somewhere. Maybe not here, but somewhere else. Somewhere else. Find it and then tell me. You're getting meta on me, aren't you? Hold on a second. Ooh. Okay, I saw this file and I was wondering what this is. People always told me that I will find love too. Everyone has a soulmate, they said. At first, I didn't believe them, but everything changed, 'cause you walked into my life, and now I just keep on wondering, how did I ever doubt love? P-E-A-C-H. Clever. I love that. Also, that's my favorite fruit too. Takuma smiles. Wonderful, Starlight. I knew I could count on you. You did so great. Almost immediately after this encounter, you arise with your eyes wide open. Where is the police officer? Is he okay? You don't have time to even try to reflect back on what you had just witnessed, because your mind is suddenly flooded by images and memories you have never seen. Oh, what is this? What are these memories? Are they really yours? But why can you only now recall them? But it's all just a blur. Nothing is really clear. Yeah, everything is pretty blurry. Could it be... Is this linked to what Takuma said? The reason for the code word. A code to unlock your memories. Peach. The letter. Letter? You remember, I do? Takuma gave you this letter after he asked you to become his lover back in the hotel. The hotel. Dinner. Takuma. Yes, you remember. I'm glad you do, 'cause I don't. But what happened after that? You try to make sense of these tangled memories, but everything stays cloudy. Maybe if I go back to the hotel, everything will become clearer. You change quickly into whatever clothes you manage to find and rush out of the door. The hotel is a little further, so you decide to take the bus. You're jittery during the whole ride. You chew nervously on your nails, imagining what you would find at your destination. The thousands of questions that are running through your mind, turning your head into a loud mess, almost makes you miss your stop. In the last second, you jump on and stumble onto the pavement. The hotel stretches up to the dark sky, looming over the town and its residents. Now that you know that in it, part of you is being held captive, the building seems almost threatening and foreign. Ignoring your rapid heartbeat and your short breaths, you push open the large door and walk in, what used to be a familiar entrance. At the front desk is a woman you barely ever talk to, but she recognizes you. Therefore, she doesn't even bat an eye when you walk right past her into the dining hall. Breakfast finished an hour ago, so there are no guests sitting at the tables, which means you could walk around as much as you want. But on what table did you two had your dinner? You had no idea, which means you just have to get a feel for each part of the room in the hopes that your memory gets triggered. Alright. As you walk past the row of tables at the window, an image suddenly appears in front of your inner eye. Oh, Takuma, this is the cutest anyone has ever written to me. I'm glad. Espoir, I really enjoyed the past few days. I feel so safe when I'm by your side. I feel home, you know? And, oh my god, this is really embarrassing. I wanted to ask you if I can be your lover.
I never heard anyone ask it like that. Can you please not focus on that? If you want to reject me, just please hurry. My heart feels like it's about to burst open.
Reject you? Never. Oh.
Does that mean... Your hand glides over the fresh tablecloth. How could you have forgotten this moment? Why did you forget Takuma? Takuma. The images of Takuma's cold and lifeless body suddenly creeps into your head once again. You open your mouth, not to speak, but to gasp for air. Your chest has fallen heavy, and your vision becomes blurry. You left him in that flippin' dirty alley, lying between trash and filth. Well, what are you gonna do? What can you possibly do? You walked away. You left him alone. Him. The one who only ever wanted what was best for you. Your gaze wanders around the room as you desperately try to blink the tears and the guilt away. The moment you lay your eyes upon the back door, new memories crawl into your mind. Yes, I just finished my shift. I'll be careful on my way home. Don't worry too much. All right. Text me when you get home. I will. Good night. Night. Love you.
Love you too.
Leave the hotel. It's the only choice. Right. After the dinner, you still had work, and Takuma went home to unpack his stuff. You follow your memories through the back door. As you step out into the warm morning breeze, you are immediately met with a sudden pain that feels like someone has just punched you in the gut. Ow. Something has happened here before. Something bad. Go to the the basement stairs? Oh dear. The moment your foot touches the top of the stairs, a chill runs down your spine, and the pain from before reappears. Better not be no jump scaries. Hello? Is someone there? I need help. Oh dear. A child? Hey. Yes, I'm here. Where are you? I'm down here. In the basement. I wouldn't trust that. Could be a Wendigo. I hurt myself. I think I broke my foot or something. Hold on. I'm coming. It's a trap. It's a trap. You stare down the staircase leading to the basement. The voice of a little child is even now still echoing in your ears, as if it was still calling out to you. You swallow hard as you make your way down the stairs. Hey, I'm coming. Hold on. Hurry. I'm scared. But you can't go any further, because the basement door is locked with a code? You don't remember there ever being such a lock on this door. What's going on? You look around in order to find some sort of clue, or maybe a different way to get this open. A code? Instead, you notice something on the ground. It's a tie clip. A tie clip? You turn it in hopes that it might trigger a memory, but nothing, just an ordinary clip. Out of habit, you stuff it inside your pocket. Ah! As you continue to inspect the basement door closer, your phone starts to ring. Hello? Hello, Espoir. This is Officer Castellanos. Speaking. You need to come to the station. We need to talk about what happened last night. Okay. You had known that this would happen eventually, but the timing can't be any worse. All right, I'm on my way. Hey, what about that door and that tie clip? Tie clip. Good morning. How may I help? Oh, it's you again. When the secretary notices you, he stops typing on his computer. Instead, he stares at you as if he doesn't want to miss any of your movements. I'm watching you, secretary guy. Did you have a tie clip? Was there a tie clip on your tie before? Editor me? Did he have a tie clip? Did he have a tie clip before? You would tell me, wouldn't you, editor me? Unfortunately, I cannot see what you're writing on the screen, because you exist in the future. I'm watching you, guy. I'm watching you. I'm sus about you. Because you're kind of cute. But then again, you probably killed Takuma, if it is you. Watching my movements, sir. You can't help but feel a little...
Yeah, I'm gonna say uncomfortable, because I'm very sus about you. Normally, I would be excited, but uncomfortable.
Officer Castellanos, he called me. He said that I need to come over.
Don't worry, I know already.
You open your mouth to say something, but before you can, he is already holding the phone, placing his index fingers to his lips.
Yes, hello. Officer Castellanos. Darn it! Castellanos!
Yes, she is here. Okay. I'll send her in. Follow me. And just like last time, the secretary gets up from his chair and leads you down the hallway until you reach the familiar door. Just wait here. You nod, but he doesn't walk away like last time. You smell funny.
Well, excuse me? Rude? Excuse you? I smell funny, but, sir? Sir, how dare you? I probably haven't had a bath. I've been probably sweating bullets, and I haven't had a bath.
But he just turns around and leaves.
Smell funny, how dare you? You watch him in disgust, not really knowing what to think. Nasty. You better not be missing a tie clip, sir.
Then the doors fly open.
You're here. Good. Then let's get right to it.
He holds the door open for you, looking back into his office. As you walk past him, you contemplate if you should bring up the weird encounter you just had. You take your place where you sat before, pulling your bag onto your lap.
It's a good thing you came by today. We need to talk about what you did last night. You got a free pass yesterday because of what happened, but that doesn't work today. You broke into the house of the person whose murder you're being accused of. Do you have any idea what that even means for you?
I know, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. Sorry doesn't quite cut it. You really fluffed yourself with that little stunt of yours.
What do you mean? He sighs as he glides his hands over his face.
It means that you gave us more proof. You were in his house, for crying out loud. Obviously, we assumed that you were trying to hide evidence.
No, I wasn't.
I mean, it is quite suspicious, Espoir.
Quite the contrary. You jump to your feet in horror, but as you do, something falls out of your pocket. Officer Castellanos bends down to pick it up and smiles in delight.
My tie clip. Your tie clip?